Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I'm Akun. This is a podcast about nothing useful. If you came for life hacks, 5 a.m. routines, or someone who drinks green water and becomes a new human before breakfast, wrong place. If you were about to stare at the ceiling, honestly, close this. The ceiling is more important. Still here? Cool. Let's waste some time. The world right now. I don't know how to describe it except fine. Probably. Everything is fine. Institutions are fine. Media is fine. Politics is fine. The internet is definitely fine. Everyone seems very calm and completely capable of having a normal conversation without screaming at a stranger. So, yeah. Nothing to worry about. Go back to sleep. Except, sometimes I look around and think, are we even looking at the same thing? One person says everything is fine. Another says everything is collapsing. Someone makes a 30-second video proving both of them are in on it. Then a podcast replies. Then a documentary. And suddenly, it's 2:47 in the morning, and I'm watching a man in a basement explain the entire history of civilization with a whiteboard and 3 red arrows. And somehow, I still don't know what happened. Everyone has an answer. That's the strange part. And they are very confident. I find that interesting. Not necessarily wrong, just interesting. Because the people who sound most certain are often the ones who stopped asking questions a long time ago. I'm not against certainty. If your house is on fire, you don't need a 3-hour philosophy session. You leave. But when it comes to the world, we seem desperate to believe we can see the whole picture. Every country, every institution, every secret meeting, every weird post from 2017, all of it at once. And somehow we know exactly what it means. Maybe take a breath. Maybe sit down. Maybe stop posting for 5 minutes. We force the world into simple shapes because the alternative is exhausting. Good guy, bad guy, right side, wrong side. Pick one, change your picture, fight someone, feel superior for 6 minutes. Then do it again tomorrow. I get it. The world is tiring. Nobody wants to personally investigate every institution before deciding what to think about breakfast. So you find someone who sounds sure, and you borrow their certainty. Very efficient. Like a subscription, you pay with attention, they send you a new enemy every morning. I'm not above this. I have opinions. Some of them are probably terrible. There's a real chance I've confidently said something stupid and simply haven't been informed yet. That's why I try not to build my whole personality around being right. It sounds exhausting. I'd rather have a snack. Saying I don't know has become strangely hard. It feels like losing. So we choose a side. We find a team. We let someone else's certainty do the heavy lifting. But a simple answer is not automatically a true answer. And a complicated problem does not become simple just because we're tired of thinking about it. Sometimes I wonder if we've gotten too good at pretending everything is normal. The weird thing is that modern life makes this even easier. 100 years ago, if something terrible happened on the other side of the world, there was a decent chance you'd never hear about it. Today, you can learn about 5 disasters before breakfast. 10 if you're ambitious. You wake up, you check your phone, a political crisis, a market crash, a celebrity scandal, a climate catastrophe, a man explaining why pigeons are secretly government employees. And somehow all of this arrives before you've even brushed your teeth. Human beings were not designed for this. I can barely keep track of my own life. I have emails I haven't answered, projects I haven't finished, a growing collection of tabs in my browser that I am apparently saving for a future version of myself who has unlimited free time and infinite motivation. And yet, somehow, I'm supposed to have a fully informed opinion about every major event happening on Earth. That seems unrealistic. The result is strange. People become exhausted. And when people become exhausted, they stop looking for understanding. They start looking for relief, which is why certainty sells so well. Not because certainty is true, because certainty is comfortable. A complicated answer feels like work. A simple answer feels like a vacation. Here is the problem. Here is the villain. Here is the solution. Perfect. No further questions. Human brain happy. The internet understands this better than anyone. The internet is basically a giant machine that converts uncertainty into confidence. Somebody uploads a video. Somebody else reacts to the video. Then somebody reacts to the reaction. Then somebody creates a 3-hour analysis explaining why both of them are secretly controlled by a third person. And somehow every version of the story sounds completely certain. Meanwhile, reality is sitting quietly in the corner, wondering why nobody asked for its opinion. Sometimes I think the biggest competition online isn't truth versus lies. It's certainty versus uncertainty. The confident person usually wins, not because they're right, because confidence feels good. Confidence is entertaining. Confidence gets clicks. Nobody wants to watch a video called, "Here are 17 possible explanations, and honestly, I'm still figuring it out." That's probably the most honest title on the internet. It's also the fastest way to get ignored. That's the dangerous part, not the big explosion, the slow adjustment. One thing we ignore, one thing we explain away, one thing we decide isn't worth talking about. Then another, and another, until one day someone looks around and says, "Wait, how did we get here?" And the answer is usually boring. It happened slowly. A crack you can see is a problem. At least you know where it is. A crack covered with wallpaper is different. The room looks fine. Everyone says the wall is fine. Then one day, the ceiling is on the floor. And someone says, "Well, this is unexpected." No, it really isn't. We just didn't want to look. I've done this myself more times than I want to admit. Looked at something that felt slightly off, told myself it was probably fine, and kept walking. Later, the quiet discomfort turned out to be the only honest signal I had. Most of the time, we don't ignore the crack because we're stupid. We ignore it because noticing it would require us to change something. And change is tiring. It's easier to keep the wallpaper up and call it interior design. I'm not telling you what to think. Please don't make me responsible for that. I don't have matching robes. I don't even have a proper office. I'm just looking at things. Sometimes I see something interesting. Sometimes I'm completely wrong. This is the part where you're supposed to use your own brain. Very old technology. Still works. Sometimes it freezes. Sometimes it makes strange noises. But generally, still a pretty good machine. Maybe that's what I want this place to be. Not a place that gives you answers. Not a place that tells you which team to join. Just a place where we look again. At things we thought we already understood. At things we stopped noticing. At the quiet discomfort we usually scroll past. I have a puzzle on my desk. One piece is missing. Not because I lost it. I leave it incomplete on purpose. A finished puzzle is just a picture. The missing piece is a question. The moment I put it in, the question disappears. And maybe I'm not ready to stop asking yet. Maybe the unfinished state is the only honest one. So, Is the world fine? Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. Look again. Check the wall. Ask your own questions. And if somebody tells you they understand the entire world perfectly, maybe take a breath. Maybe sit down. Maybe stop posting for 5 minutes. They might be right. They might be wrong. And honestly, that is the annoying part. You have to look. I'm Akun. Leave the missing piece missing for a while. There is nothing here but freedom. See you next time, whenever that is.